pretty okay against you guys. Arizona just lost a tough one to Dallas. They've been up and down all year. They even struggled in the game that they did win against the Colts. The week they went to overtime. I'll give it to Arizona, though. I'll say they win it. I think Carson Palmer will bounce back, have a good game. Hopefully Fitzgerald can continue to play at a high level.
Yeah.
And keep things going there.
As much
Brian
as
Hoyer's pretty good. He's a Brady understudy, but I still think it's not a good situation right now in San Francisco.
Yeah, I understand. Now, as much as I agree with you on everything you said, I feel like the 49ers, like you said, are starting to have better games coming out of this. And they might be, this would be the team that if they're going to pull out something to start off their win column, this would be the team, just by showing how up and down the Cardinals have been, especially them being 1-2. So I'm giving it to San Fran.
Okay.
The next game is Philadelphia Eagles 2-1 versus the 0-3 LA Chargers.
I believed in Philip last week. Philip let me down. Carson Wentz. Put me in the win column, buddy.
I'm giving it to the Eagles. Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm definitely giving it to the Eagles.
I've just pretty much lost faith in the Chargers.
Yeah, that's really bad right now. I don't, as much as I don't want to see 0-3 teams continue to go into win-loss, well, go into L columns, I just don't see it. Don't see it for them. The next game is going to be the New York Giants versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 0-3 Giants versus the 1-1 Buccaneers.
For the sake of picking, Giants.
I'm with
that win, man. They came really close last week.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well.
They'll get it.
Thinking on how good of a performance they had last week, they're going to use that to catapult them. The Buccaneers still just seem a little bit too young, even though I was impressed by their first win, but they showed their youth in the last game. So next is the Oakland Raiders versus the Broncos. Both teams are 2-1.
It's in Denver.
I think it's in Denver. Let me make sure. It is in Denver.
I'm going with Denver.
You're going with Denver?
Yep. I like seeing what he's doing, and I like the defense.
Okay.
Just seeing how Carr looked last week against Washington's defense, that's not even half as good. Denver's, I'm going with Denver.
Dang, you made a good point just now.
I'm not saying I expect Derek Carr to play bad every week, but I just think that he'll struggle against the Broncos defense.
I'm giving it to the Raiders.
Okay.
It's going to be a good bounce back performance. Even though the Broncos have a really good defensive core, I think Marshawn Lynch is still going to have a pretty good game running, if anything, receiving. So I think that's going to be the difference maker for them, all in all. One of the last two games, well, the last game for Sunday is going to be Indianapolis Colts versus the Seattle Seahawks. Both teams are 1-2.
What was it, Indianapolis Colts?
And the Seattle Seahawks.
Seattle Seahawks. I got to see Seattle win, man. Seattle will get that.
Yeah.
I like Brissett, a boy from New England. I think he's doing pretty good, holding it down until luck gets there. This is in Seattle?
In Seattle.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm giving it to them as well. And Monday Night Football. The Washington Redskins 2-1 versus the undefeated Kansas City Chiefs. At Kansas City, by the way.
That's a tough place to go play.
Yep.
And just for the sake of that and the way they're playing, and hopefully they have an answer for Kareem Hunt. And Chris Thompson's been playing well too for the Redskins.
So what do you say?
But I'm going to go with Casey.
Okay. I felt like that's where you were going, but then you started saying stuff that worried me. Yeah, I'm definitely going with KC.
Yeah, I'm going to go with KC on that. I think that'll be 4-0 to start the year.
Yeah.
And this week is a lot of tough games, but let's see how we kind of
Yeah, we agreed on a lot. Let's see.
You know,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
I'm
6,
really anxious to see how it all turns
8,
out.
9, 10, 11. Out of all the games, we agreed on 11 of them.
Yeah, so that could very well, the rankings could stay the same if
pretty
you get
close.
all of them right.
Yeah.
But hopefully we can get a slip up from you. Maybe we can finish in a tie. You know,
maybe.
however it goes.
Time will tell, my brother.
4 games back, 25-22. He's 29-18. So we'll see. We can. If C-Mo's going to keep the lead or is D-Mo going to take over the throne? Find out. But Thursday night football kicks it all off tomorrow night. Green Bay versus the Chicago Bears at Lambeau Field. Aaron Rodgers and the Pack taking on their arch rival, the Chicago Bears, coming off fresh off their win in overtime versus the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Awesome. So, man, once again, thank you for watching. Thank you for not watching. See, I did what you keep.
Yeah, I said watching.
And the funny thing is, D always goes on to say how he catches himself every time because he wants to say it. And he doesn't say it. He's great at catching himself. And I immediately just blurted out like I knew I was right. But thank you for listening to Sports Moves. We just want to appreciate those who do take the time to listen, are in depth, going on about all the things in sports that, we find interesting and hope that you find it interesting as well, just as passionate as we are. Also, we want your feedback, especially going on with this situation this week, going on with this NFL protest, with Donald Trump's reactions and the NFL's responses to his reactions. We want to know how you feel, where your place is on it, and with anything else that's going on. Do you feel like Dwayne Wade and the Cavs are going to be the team that can break down the Warriors this year? Or are they even going to make it in the finals? A whole bunch of things that you can talk about if you listen to our podcast, man. But we thank you once again. We hope to see you again. We hope to hear from you again next week. And stay tuned. We hope to keep doing great things. But as we've said, this is Sports Moods. I'm C. Moody. With always
D. Moody.
We are Sports Moods. 2 Moodies.
1 duty.
Sports. We out.